Time for our midday break with Black Wall Street Challenge. Shout out to Steph. Love me some doggone Steph. But the real question that I have for everybody on here is, how is your Friday going? Have you even stepped outside yet? I
What
stepped out
up?
sideways. No.
Hold on, let me turn it back. My
There we
bad.
go. Because, I mean, when I tell you, the technology lately has been like, da, 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 da.
What's the
Yes.
word?
How's your Friday? I was asking everybody that is tuning in, like, how's your Friday? Like, it's so dope outside.
I'm about to go back outside. I was actually about to do my bike ride and
Okay.
ran into another brother by the name of Tory Russell. He does a Black Wall Street group on Facebook.
Okay.
Always see each other because we work in the same realm. He does a lot of frontline work, community work as well. He's always working campaigns. So we kind of always see each other in passing. But I was on my bike and I was like, he was on his bike. So,
Wait a
you
minute,
know,
can I ask this question real quick before you continue with your story? Like, I just have to know the thought that just popped up in my mind. Like, as an adult, and I need you to really be honest, Steph. I need
uh-oh.
you to really be honest, okay?
Oh, snap.
Have you fell off your bike as an adult?
Uh, not really fell off of it, but check this out. I was riding a week ago, last week when I had that long ride. There's a part of Forest Park, there's a trail, but then there's a man-made trail where people have just put a groove in the dirt or whatever.
Okay.
So I tried to take that, and I couldn't
It
stop.
wasn't your friend.
I couldn't stop, right? And it was a big drop, and it went back up again, and I straight.
Good.
I got airborne.
Oh, you did one of them.
I caught myself before I fell, so I wouldn't count it as a fall.
But you want to know what? Before I'm gonna let you get back to your story, don't feel ashamed because I'm gonna be honest with you. So it's a park right around the corner from where I stay, right? And so, we took a little midday break to the park. Took a midday break to the park, Steph. And when I tell you, I was like, let me get a little workout in. You know how to have like the little cements right there, and I was trying to show. My coordination was dope. Like, you'd be like, step, step, down, down, step, step. I slipped off that mug. When I tell you my whole years of living, I never scraped under my big toe because I was wearing sandals. So it's okay. It's
Ooh,
okay. It's
I
okay.
injured though. I ain't even getting no injury like you.
I know. I sure had a whole injury. So when I tell you, I don't want you to ever think I'm talking about you because I totally just fell the other day. I would show my toe, but I ain't finna be country like that. Not on our midday break. Not on our midday
I
break.
don't know,
So,
but
so you were telling me the story about the company that you just visited. Tell me more.
well, I just bumped into this guy. He does the Black Wall Street page on Facebook. He's
Okay.
got a nice following, and he's basically a cool brother. We always just see each other in passing. So I didn't get to do my ride because I had like an hour and a half that I could have rode, and I could have made it back in time for this. And I just sat there and talked to this brother about an hour and a half, just about
Like,
all.
yeah.
Man, it was an exchange.
Like those be those like divine timings of meeting people and getting connected with people where you just be like, you know what? Like, we're in spring now, so you are about to have so many opportunities to be outside. Like, you were supposed to be at that moment, that place at that moment right then and there to meet him. Like, y'all literally have the same passion, and look at y'all running to each other's tracks, literally.
To each other. Yeah, so it was kind of cool. I got a good little mental exercise. I didn't get to partake in the cardio part as much, but we got exercise. I got some jewels from that brother. Smooth, young, cool, educated young brother, man. And so I don't know his name, his group. I think it's IBFA or something internet, but it's a Black Wall Street page as well on Facebook. So
I love it, and just to see where it's like, just to see our community really coming together more. Because when we hear about that dollar, the African American dollar, and I tell you, I say this to everybody. I just be like, you're gonna get tired of me hearing saying it, but only for 6 hours in the Black community. So these type of dialogues are what we need to have. And when me and you were on the phone, you made a really good point, which is why we're gonna have today's conversation for this Friday's midday break. Because yes, we support Black businesses, but I feel personally, right, that sometimes people are quick to talk about what they didn't do that's right because it's not a corporate franchise or something like that, or even if it's not a free, even if it is, it's like, why do people feel so comfortable in regards to our own? Why do we feel it's okay to be so quick to give us a bad review or have something to say, but we don't. Think about how many times they take their kids to McDonald's and they still deal with the fact that they still put pickles on them doggone burgers, knowing that child don't like it, but you tell the child to throw it off and you don't say anything else. You go for breakfast in the morning. So let's talk about that.
Man, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Marcellus, the poet, said he's in that group. Tori Russell. All right. Can you, Marcellus, put the name of the group in there so everybody can join this group, man, because this is a real smooth brother, man. I respect a lot of the work that he's doing. So put that in there if you can. But about what we were saying about the bad experiences, I think we all have experienced a bad experience at a Black establishment. But how do we handle it, or how we handle it, is the important part. Because, for instance, like you said, you'll go to McDonald's, tell them clear instructions, they'll mess your order up. You will still go to McDonald's every Friday or every Saturday or whatever, anytime your kids.
Almost.
You hear me? And you will have a bad experience every time you go in at McDonald's, but you will still go there. You will not go online and bash them and run that McDonald's through the drain, but you'll do that with our own businesses. So I feel that there's a process that you should try to, go through if you have a bad experience. The first thing is try to talk to management. Try to talk to management, because if you have an issue with the person that work at the counter or the person that's picking up the phone or whatnot, or the cook, that's just a piece in the machine that was created by, whoever. So if you go up the proper channels, you can actually get those problems resolved without having to go online and just flame the business. So I just recently had a bad experience at a business where I purchased something and it backfired, and
Yeah.
I had to reach out to the owner though, but he righted the wrong, and he was so amazed that I didn't go online and bash him. But that's just, to me, I feel like I don't want to hurt anyone's business that looks like me. I know it's so hard to be a Black business owner, a Black entrepreneur, to just go against the grain and do your own thing. So I don't want to go on Google and leave a review. I want to see if there's a comment section, a comment box. If I can talk to management. If management can't fix my problem, maybe I can email ownership. If that, and most of the times ownership will, right the wrong, because they don't want people out there talking about their business in a bad light. And especially if it's a situation where, hey, you ordered chicken and the chicken wasn't done or something like that. I mean, that's a small thing.
But they do. They take that and run with it to get their food for free. Literally for free. I remember one time, and I had to say something, and they apologized because it was some chicken. That's why I'm laughing that you said baked chicken years ago. And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, like my kids won't even eat it. Like it looked too just not, it needed to be in the oven a little bit longer. I honestly just wanted my meals to be replaced. I really
Right.
did. We're eating there, like we were my kids were littler than what they are now, and they're 7 and 8. This was like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not trying to pack them up, hell no. We're enjoying this meal and we're not getting up. So but the first thing that they said, so what, you just want your money back? And I was like, no, honestly, I just want my meal right. And that was the thing that they said. They were like, it's crazy for you to even say that, Meg. Well, not Meg, but they were like, it's crazy for you to even say that, because we get this all the time. We get this all the time where people will start eating their food, want their money back, or then they start bashing them, give them bad reviews, and it's like, y'all, we can't be doing that when we supporting Black businesses. Like, we can't be doing that. We can't just off, like, the moral of the story, listening to what you're saying, is like, and the same thing that we agreed on when we were on the phone. Like, we just can't flat out just give bad reviews. Let that be the route to go to get their attention. You only that when you're trying to get the attention of these corporate big old places that are posted in your neighborhood, that are giving the bad stuff in you to you and your family, but you keep supporting it because that's all that's there and available to you. And you have a Black business who's coming in your neighborhood to be able to support our own, because they see that the dollar of, again, circulating for only 6 hours in the Black community, you quick to knock that person down. You quick to write a review about how bad that Black business is. And that's not cool. You give all these big white corporations all this time, all this patience, but you won't even do it for your own. So moral of the story is, be a doggone patient.
Right.
Content, go to the extreme.
be patient with your brother or sister that's in business, man. It's hard for them to compete with a lot of these companies and corporations. So you got to keep that in mind. And you also got to keep in mind that the person that's working the counter in a lot of situations ain't the owner. You know what I'm saying? So if that person bringing their issues to work and it don't click clack well with you, and then you get into a whole altercation, you know what I'm saying? Like that has nothing to do with the whole brand. That's just one person. And in a lot of situations, and this is something I just found out because I had a conversation at a black business where she had to root out this bad seed. And I'm gonna tell you, somebody that owns a business, we are their first line of defense as customers. So if I have a business and I got somebody at the front desk and they are turning people away, they doing all this janky stuff, they're not gonna do that around me. I might only come into the office from 9 to 10 to handle some paperwork and get up out of there because I got something else to do. Now during that hours, they probably the most pleasant person in the office. But when I leave, they might shift that, and that's what was going on at a local business here. They had an employee that was just the best employee ever in front of management and owner. But when the owner would leave, this person would just go around the place like it was theirs, and they was running a brand down, and they had to actually send a person in there as like to try to be on some spy shit, to have a bad experience, and then they had to come in and fire the person. So you gotta tell somebody above that person you're talking to so they can get rid of the problem. That's how we help the black business.
Oh, for real. And that's what we need. It's like when we realize that we literally are all that we have. I'm not saying except raggedy business. I'm not saying that at all. But again, honestly, we all out here trying to make it work. We all trying to be out here and make it work and to empower each other to start a business just like me. If you don't like what I have, start something too. We all have something. But to kind of continue with what it is that I'm saying is be patient with them. They just trying to make it work. And sometimes when we don't know, we simply don't know. We can't help that. Sometimes we may be like, I mean, what's up? Like you steady talking crap. I done heard this story 5 minutes ago, and you don't mean to judge a book by its cover. We all been guilty of that. Just understand to be patient. Be patient. Figure out, hey, how are you? How are you surviving still when businesses are folding during a fucking pandemic and you're still standing? How are you today? Take a deep breath. Teach them what you've learned to calm yourself. Teach them what you've learned. And we need each other right now more than ever. More than ever. So, yeah.
So, if y'all have a bad experience with a black business out there, man, don't be so quick to bash that business, and don't be so quick to jump into this mindset of that's why I don't shop black. You know what
I'm anyway, shut up.
No, be patient with them.
But you right.
Get it right. Stand with them till they get it right. Because if it's a nice spot, you like their food, you like whatever it is that they sell, you like their service, stick it out with them till they get it right.
Ooh, I just had a download. Okay, so here's something else. So right now, do you know, and we talked about this on the beginning when we first started our middays on Fridays, right? Remember when we were talking about a lot of businesses were created during this pandemic. So I challenge you that's viewing, and if you can share this too on your story, we really would appreciate it. But when you know that you see that there is something that's missing, that's your opportunity to create. So if you know that you've worked at that fancy ass motherfucking job that you work at, that you don't come up late, you figured out how to make your points work for you. Now I can't be late for 7, 8 more months, y'all. I can't be late because I need to knock that half point off. Because if I get one more half point, I'm fucking fired.
Right.
But I'm saying that to say, if you see and you know that you work in HR or something like that, why don't you offer your services to them on how you can help build up their team? You never know. They could be so swamped because they're trying to do it by themselves because they don't know who to ask. They don't know who to ask. They could be the only one from their circle to even go to that next level. They don't know who to ask. And that's where it could have been your divine time to be able to patronize and support that business. You were supposed to be there for that reason. Offer your services on how you can help them rather than to knock them down, because you have a gift within yourself where you could be able to help train those employees there. So you never know. Find the opportunity.
You never know. We definitely need to find out ways to work with each other than against each other, because with everything we just got so many differences, and ooh boy, we bringing them all into businesses, and it could get all mixed up. But we definitely need to learn how to like control our temper and not and kind of keep our emotions in check when we have a bad experience. You know what I'm saying? With each other, with businesses, just period. Just try to see the logic behind it, or the rationale, or find rationale in it.
Absolutely.
Figure out a way, well, okay, this is a small situation. I just take it back up here and they fix it. That's what most businesses, that's really how it works. You don't really have to. I mean, I know there's situations like you said where people will go into a place and order food and then not want to pay. I mean, we know what that is. You know what I'm saying? But but when you actually genuinely go get a service and it messes up or it breaks, or it just, if you talk to the right people in a lot of situations, they'll handle it.
Oh,
but
they
talk to the wrong person. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right person. So.
Right. Well, this was the midday break, so we don't like to stay on here too long. We just like to drop some gems. And these are all based on our own personal testimonies, just our own lives. So by all means, if there's something you feel that we should talk about, the comments section is always open for you. Shout out to you, Marcellus and Pebbles, and everybody else. William, I see. Thank you, everybody. Young Louie, everybody who has been commenting, because, again, this is the dialogue that we have to start having. Also, I know that Steph had made a really good point. If you have any businesses that you feel that we should support and to reach out and to have them come on here, please DM us those as well. And if you're following me, you need to follow my fam. And if you follow my fam, gosh darn it, you better follow if you want to be an Instagram friend, okay?
Hey, drop a little jewel about next week though. So next week we are gonna actually
put that in there, because I be messing up spelling sometimes.
Okay. So next Friday we're gonna bring on a local black-owned business, black women-owned business. 1207. They do a lot of vegan catering and vegan pop-ups, and they basically sell vegan food. So we're gonna get these ladies on here and let them chop it up, give us some free jewels and some free game next week as well. And they're gonna do a little giveaway as well. So we're gonna
Oh, really? I'm like, I like that.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a giveaway too. So we're gonna see what they're gonna bring as far as the giveaway. So you might want to tune in and check that out, y'all. And you gotta let them know what we're doing at the end of the month.
Yes, because I had two more things I wanted to say. I'm so glad you threw the mic back to me. Okay. One, I also want to mention the fact that if this conversation that you joined in on today sparked a fire from within yourself, that idea that you have been thinking about, and you need help with the steps on how to get started, reach out to Steph. Follow him at Black Wall Street ST Challenge. And I'm telling you, he will guide you step by step to help to make sure that you can get started with your own business and elevating that idea that you have in your mind. But also, okay, y'all, so when I tell you, we are so excited. Like, usually I get hella loud when I get excited. But when I talk like this, like that, I really am trying to talk to you so you can understand what's going on. Okay, so you know that we have been talking about Tulsa 1921, right? We were talking about Tulsa 1921 with the book that I just finished reading by Randy. But guess what we're doing, y'all? We're going to hop on the highway, and we are about to go down to Tulsa, exactly the Greenwood District, the 35 blocks that got destroyed. Mind you, roughly 300 Black people were killed. Roughly 1,000 homes were destroyed. 8,000 people left homeless, having to go to the government for assistance. Look at my face. Do you think that the turnaround was quick for you to get some help? Hell no. Hell no. Did you even know to this day that they still searching for the graves for the people that our people that they ended up burying in the area? Do you know? Did you even know that it was all that was destroyed in a matter of 24 hours? Mind 1921, we have veterans that just came home from World War I. You don't think they were trained to use a firearm? Did you know that those bombs were dropped in neighborhoods where it's women, children, elders, and families? Black Wall Street, that's where we're going to visit. So I hope that you all support us on our journey as we continue to use our platform to educate and empower for you too to also go down and take your family to go check out the Greenwood District. But in case if you're nervous, in case if you need some assistance, just join us. We're going to show you the way. And exactly the 31st, we're going to go pay our respects to our ancestors.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a little passionate there.
It's an emotional thing,
Ah,
man.
no, it is, because it's one of them when you read more on it, it pisses you off. And then to see where we are now, we thought slavery pissed us off, and the fact that we are trying. That's why we gotta be patient with each other. We gotta be patient. Now, I'm not saying turn the other cheek. You're not turning the other cheek by opening your mouth. That's how you're not turning the cheek. But we got to be patient with our own, y'all. So I'm finna drop the mic for myself. I'm done. I'm done for the day. We're going to come back next Friday.
All right. Peace.
Thank you, BNDI. Have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Thank you to everybody for watching and hanging out with us on our weekly midday break. Please share this on your Instagram stories. Remember to follow. Damn, I said I was trying to get the beat. I ain't want to mess up. Remember to follow Steph. No, real talk, because it's just dopeness. So, all right, I'll keep talking. I'm out. Bye, y'all.
Peace.